I got a haircut and I asked for like those wispy bangs, you know. I'll insert some of my inspiration photos I showed my hairdresser, but she was like, "You have a very intense cowlick." And I didn't listen to her. I was like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And then now I just like have a sprout coming out of my head. Hello! Today I thought I would crochet something for Pride. I don't really have a plan, but this is my most exciting yarn. This is the one that I've already started playing around with because I just couldn't help myself. But it's this actually rainbow sequined yarn. Oh my god. She's so pretty! I know, even Ted, yeah, I know. This yarn's insane, right? Ted gets it. I don't really have a plan for what I want to do with these yarns. As you can see, I already started kind of swatching a little mesh sample. I think for this sequin yarn, I want to do like a mesh halter top, something like that. And I'm going to be using my trusty dusty little 4mm hook. Okay, this is what I plan. I'm gonna make a chain that goes around my bust chest area, and I'm gonna be doing like a diamond mesh stitch. It's just gonna be like a tube top with like a strap here is the plan. I also literally only have this ball of yarn, so I don't know how successful I'm gonna be at it. Okay, so I found this blog. They're magicowlstudios.com, and they show you how to do the diamond mesh stitch in the round. So I think I'm just gonna follow these general directions. Okay, so it says that the stitches worked in multiples of 4. I feel like the mesh stitch, like so many stitches, for me, it's like once I get started, I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't need any more instructions. But like starting off, I'm always like, what do I do? So I'm gonna create a chain that's in a multiple of 4, and it goes around my body. If you, like me, don't really like making chains, because when you connect it all together, especially when you're like crocheting in the round, and you're like, oh, it gets all twisted. I know, I feel it. Here's my little tip that I do. I'll go ahead and start off a few chains as normal, and I'll take my crochet hook off of the actual yarn, and I'll go back through to my very first stitch that I have down here, and I will go from back to front through the loop, the very first chain right there. I feel like I'm in my beauty guru era. Here you go. You see? I put it through the loop, like my very first loop, and then I'm gonna go ahead and like just keep that on my hook, and then go ahead and put my, you know, yarn back on my hook and continue chaining. And this way your work will not like twist around, and you can just slip it all together at the end. And now in order to slip that together, I'm just gonna bring my hook right through. And ta-da! You have slipped, tightening it, but you have slipped it all together, and it should not be twisted. Like, this yarn is so pretty, but I've been so scared of it for so long, because of the sequins. The way that I tend to create and then therefore make my tutorials is I will make it through once to make sure that the design is sound, that it fits me the way that I want it, and then I'll just undo it, which caused quite a stir on TikTok for some reason. I was really just making like a behind the scenes vlog of what my whole process is like filming tutorials, and I got so many people who were just confused like why I don't make a secondary top or anything, and it's because I fund for all of my crochet projects like out of my own pocket, and because of that, like, I don't have an unlimited supply of yarn. And I also kind of want to show and encourage people that, like, it's okay to undo your projects, reuse your yarn. That's actually a really good cheap way to get yarn. If you thrift sweaters and you undo the actual yarn from the sweaters, I think that's a really great way to get yarn. And I think it also just makes it so that you learn more about like garment construction as well as the actual craft of it all. Not that, you know, you have to or anything, but I think it helps. And the way that I tend to make my tutorials is that I will make the garment once, make sure that the design is good, the fit is good, and then I'll undo it, and then I'll film like the actual remaking of it. Which is oftentimes why in my tutorials you'll see that my ball of yarn is like kind of crinkled, because I didn't, like, you know, properly like wash it again, straighten it out, and do all of that, because I'm like, I literally just undid it. I'll just redo it just to show you guys. But yeah, that is generally my process, but I don't want to do that for this yarn because of all the sequins. Okay, I know that I was crocheting and we're still doing all of that. Don't worry, whatever. I have a mutual on TikTok. This is her handle. Please go check her out. She's so talented. I love her nails. She got me so excited about doing my nails again because if you guys have been watching my tutorials, you might know that I have really big thumbs. I have toe thumbs. Well, I'm really doing the beauty guru focus with my thumb. Anyways, they're really fat thumbs, and so I just kind of quit trying to find any nails, like press-on nails that would work for me. But I found her little small business, and she makes these custom press-on nails, and they fit me. I'm so excited. They're so cute. They literally, I quite literally just picked them up from the mailroom. And I already started kind of pressing them off, or taking them out of the case, but look at them. Oh my god. I know you're here for the crochet content, but come on, wouldn't my crochet be so much better if my nails were decent? That's like an insecurity of mine now that I'm filming my hands all the time. I'm like, my nails look atrocious. Exciting development. I think I figured it out. They don't look perfect because user error on that one. I just didn't like properly prep my nails, which is kind of good that these can pop off and I can reuse them, so I can actually like properly prep my nails because they're kind of poking out at the sides, but that's totally my fault. These nails are so pretty. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's a little butterfly on my finger. Oh my gosh. And look at that. Look at my thumb. She is the moment. It's so weird seeing a nail this long on my thumb. Don't look at that. That's on me. But it's so weird seeing a nail this long on my thumb. Here is my progress. Woo. Yeah, it's not very much, but we're getting there. I need to get two things. I need to get an actual stitch marker that's not gonna fall on me to mark the beginning of my round, and then also probably a yarn bowl because that thing is rolling around and driving me nuts. Okay. Say hello to my little friend. I'm gonna put my yarn in this yarn bowl so that hopefully the rolling around is a bit more contained. And then I'm gonna go back through and mark the first like, little single crochet that I did. Still learning how to use the nails. So how are you guys doing? I am doing well. I went to the Twice concert in Seattle. Although it was at the Tacoma Dome and then they kept on calling it Seattle, and I was like, oh, those poor girls, they don't know. I hope they don't think that this is Seattle, because Tacoma is something else. But there was like an hour delay on the show, which kind of sucked, but I got a ton of like free merch in line, or like people made little photo card packets with like stickers and stuff and like keychains. Oh my god, so many keychains. They're so cute. I love them so much. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. I like how my hair is just sticking straight up. Unfortunately, Chonghyun and Taehyun were sick, and I was really looking forward to watching Chonghyun's rendition of Juice by Lizzo, and I'm a little sad I didn't get to see that live, but I honestly had a really great time. The Seattle crowd was so freaking loud. I thought it was hilarious when we all started stomping, and I just desperately hope that they come back to Seattle with OT9. And I also hope more K-pop groups start coming to the Pacific Northwest. I don't really know why more groups don't, honestly. Like in terms of concerts, like I've gone to Twice now, and I also saw Sunmi back in like 2019. She was amazing. And I saw her at the Showbox, and honestly, just so stunning. I was sat in like section 118 or something, and right next to us there was like the staircase leading down to the floor, and there was this girl with like really thick eyeliner who she was like taking photos like with the stage in the back, you know, and I was like, oh, I like her outfit. It was very cute. It was like from Nayeon's Ready to Be like concept photo shoot, I'm pretty sure. It was like the leather moto jacket, and like it was a very cute fit. She looked really good. But I was like, wow, she looks so familiar, and I don't know who she is. Like I couldn't place it, and the reception in Tacoma Dome freaking sucked, so I couldn't even look her up. And I was like, I know that I know her from TikTok. I don't know who she is, but this is gonna drive me crazy all freaking day. And it took me to the next morning, and oh, and people were like lining up to take photos with her. So I'm like, okay, confirmed she is somebody famous on TikTok, but I cannot remember who she is. And then the next day, the TikTok algorithm gods were like, we got you, and sent me her video, her like TikTok she made of her getting ready for the concert. And I was like, how could I have not known that this was Irene Doll? Like, so like, yeah, I was definitely like fangirling in the back, but I was just like, I don't quite remember who she is, but she looked really good, honestly. So I decided to take my crocheting out to the park because it was such a nice day, and then as I was making it outside, I was like, oh wow, I don't have enough yarn for this project. Because I literally only have this one ball of yarn, and so I was like, oh shoot. So I realized I needed to pause, rethink my idea, and maybe undo it, because I think that the tube top idea was like great in theory, but like it's just eating up so much yarn that's gonna be in the back ultimately, and I was like, I'd rather have the sparkles be up front. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the thing that I really didn't want to do, which was basically undo this entire thing. And you get to see my sad little pile of yarn. But what I did instead was create a rectangular panel using the same exact like diamond mesh stitch, and then add chains for the neck portion, and then like more chains / ties on the sides just to strap it in. But yeah, creating this top has really been a journey and a half.
If you want to recreate this look, I would just say to follow the instructions on the blog. I'm going to link down below for the diamond mesh crochet stitch, and create that into a rectangular panel. Add some ties in the middle top of the panel to create your halter neck, like strappy situation. And then also I added chains like right under my armpits to like cinch in that area together. And there's like multiple ways you can wear it too, because like the first day I wore this, I actually did wear it just as like a halter neck, but then it really kind of scratched and it was a little uncomfortable wearing it the whole day like that. So instead I used like the upper arm tie and the neck tie and tied them together instead, and then that created a much nicer like X effect that was less like choking effect, you know. And then I added another set of ties for the waist portion, and then I also added another set of ties at the very bottom, just so that like the little panel wouldn't be like flapping all about.
So ultimately I was actually getting to the very end of my yarn, and I was realizing like I do not have enough yarn for this tube top idea at all, because I was like trying to stretch it out as best as possible, and it was really just kind of covering me from like here to right underneath my boobs. So because of that, I pivoted, and instead what I'm gonna do is just do like a rectangular piece up in front, and then tie it with like a halter neck tie and then like a chain in the back to just cinch it. So basically I've just been doing the same exact like crochet diamond mesh stitch. I've just been making it in a rectangular panel instead. And I think for sure this idea is going to work way better, and I think it's going to be really cute too. So this was difficult to take apart, but honestly the yarn is pretty good, and the sequins are like quite like well attached onto the yarn, and so it actually wasn't as difficult as I initially thought. It still kind of did get snagged in some areas, but it didn't like rip or anything. So that was good. Here is what it looks like with my mirror lighting instead. You can sort of see more of the sparkles. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get a shot of it outside if I'm not feeling super shy, which I usually am, so.
Oh my god, is she filming outside? Who is she? Honestly, I was just really shy and awkward trying to film myself out in public wearing this top, but you can really see the sparkle a lot better in the sunlight. I love how the top turned out, honestly. I posted on my TikTok and someone was like, ooh, mermaid core, like pride mermaid core, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what I was going for. Thank you very much for seeing my vision. Yeah, honestly, I really love how it turned out. I was really proud of myself for being able to create a top with literally one ball of yarn. I had a really good Pride this year. It was very fun. I hope you all had a very pride-filled month, and yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my TikTok if you want to see more behind the scenes in between little videos of me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with a tutorial, probably. I have a few ideas. Okay, bye!